What secret did you bury in your grandma's coffin? Everyone called my grandma an angel at her funeral. My aunt even gave a whole speech about grandma's endless love and how she'd always put family first, and everyone believed it, but I knew the truth. I sat there in the front row, holding the last letter grandma had ever mailed me. It was sent a few months before she died, and it said, "I hope you never have kids." That was grandma's final message to me. I wasn't who she wanted me to be, but at that moment, everyone was pretending. My aunt, in her perfect black dress, talked about the angel who'd never hurt anyone, but I knew better. So after the viewing, I slipped the letter into grandma's coffin, hoping the hate would stay buried with her. A week later, mom called me crying. I thought it was about grandma, but it wasn't. She had just found out the will, and I was left with nothing. Grandma gave my cousins the house, the jewelry, all the savings, and not a single cent for me. But later, mom found out why. The lawyer told her grandma had said I would just waste it, so I wasn't worthy of any of it. And my aunt said I didn't deserve anything because I was ungrateful. But they didn't know about the letter I hid in the coffin. Grandma's favorite was always Sarah. She was a straight A student and perfect at everything. She was the golden child, and everyone made sure I knew it. At the funeral, Sarah hugged me way too tightly and told me she was sorry I didn't get anything, but I didn't say anything. I just nodded and couldn't wait for it to be over. A month later, I found out just how perfect Sarah really was. She'd been secretly selling grandma's antiques online, the same antiques grandma had told me never to touch. The hypocrisy was too much. Sarah got everything, and now she was profiting from the things grandma said were only for the family. But the worst part came when my mom broke down one night. She was drinking wine, and her words came out like poison. She told me grandma always hated me, not because of who I was, but because she thought I wasn't my dad's kid. There were rumors that mom had cheated once, and the timing just barely lined up enough to fuel grandma's suspicions. But dad never questioned it. He called me his kid every single day until the day he died. But grandma never let go of that poison. A few weeks later, Aunt Karen invited me to a family brunch and said it was to reconnect, but I should have known it was just a show. We sat at the table and they joked about the house and about grandma's inheritance. It was disgusting. So I asked Sarah how much she'd made selling grandma's antiques, and the table got quiet. Sarah's face turned pale, and she told me I was lying and making things up. So I pulled out my phone and showed them the eBay listings. All of Sarah's auctions with grandma's antiques, her jewelry, and everything I wasn't allowed to touch. Mom just stared down at her plate, and no one said a word after that, but I had enough. I went back to grandma's grave alone a few days later, and I brought flowers, but not for her. I laid them down for my dad, the one who had been there for me. I don't go to family holidays anymore. I don't even bother checking the photos they post on Facebook.